You've probably grown up hearing and loving the R&B legends who once defined an entire generation. These stars were the ultimate icons, dominating the charts with their powerful voices, magnetic stage presence, and undeniable charisma. But if you saw them today, would you even recognize them? Time has left its mark in ways no one could have imagined. The sharp features, weary eyes, and traces of age now stand in place of the dazzling images we once idolized. Once the kings and queens of R&B, many of them now exist as bittersweet reminders of their golden years. So what really happened to the stars we once idolized as kids? Today, we're taking a look at 20 R&B legends whose transformations will leave you stunned. These changes go far beyond appearances. They reveal the harsh realities of fame and the long, difficult journeys each of these artists has endured. Leave a comment with 1 if you still resonate with these stars, or 0 if you see things differently. And don't forget to hit the like button if you're curious about their stories, and subscribe so you won't miss the next revealing look into the world of music fame and untold secrets. Keith Sweat rose to fame in the late 1980s as one of the trailblazers of the new jack swing movement, a genre that blended R&B's smoothness with hip-hop's rhythmic edge. His debut album, Make It Last Forever, 1987, not only went triple platinum, but also established him as a force in the music industry. This breakthrough positioned him as one of the era's leading romantic vocalists and paved the way for a new generation of artists. Timeless hits like I Want Her, Twisted, and Nobody became staples of quiet storm radio, securing his legacy. With his velvety voice and heartfelt storytelling, Sweat delivered songs that captured longing, passion, and romance qualities that made him an enduring R&B icon. The deep lines on Keith Sweat's face, once filled with the glow of youth, now tell the story of time and experience. His complexion has darkened, no longer holding the smooth, radiant look of his earlier years. Even his stride, once energetic and magnetic, has slowed quietly, reflecting the effects of age. Though he still carries himself with sharp style and undeniable confidence, it's clear that years of late-night shows, relentless touring, and the pressure of the industry have left their mark on his health. The demanding schedule hasn't only strained his voice, but has also left a lasting impact on his physical condition. Yet despite these visible changes, his charisma and artistry shine just as powerfully as before. This resilience is proof of his unwavering spirit and his commitment to giving fans heartfelt performances that transcend time. At 60 years old, even with the visible changes in his appearance, Keith Sweat still delivers unforgettable performances that captivate audiences everywhere. He remains a staple at R&B festivals, often sharing the stage with other legendary artists from the 90s. While his voice has grown a little raspier with age, it continues to carry the same emotional depth and magnetic pull that made him a star from the very beginning. Each performance of classics like I Want Her, Twisted, and Nobody still moves fans with the energy and passion that define his artistry. Though time has left its marks, his presence on stage and the power in his voice prove that his legacy in R&B is as strong as ever. And for his fans, every show feels like stepping back into a golden era of timeless music. Bobby Brown's journey through the heights of fame, fortune, and heartbreaking personal tragedy stands as one of the most powerful and unforgettable stories in R&B history. Beginning as the charismatic lead singer of New Edition in the 1980s, Bobby quickly rose to stardom in the music world. From massive New Edition hits like Candy Girl to his explosive solo stage performances, he became the embodiment of youthful energy and rebellion in R&B, symbolizing a generation hungry for freedom, self-expression, and a voice that truly represented them. His electrifying stage presence, unmistakable vocal style, and pivotal contributions to the new edition, sound cemented his role as one of the defining figures of 80s and 90s R&B. Even today, his influence continues to echo through the music of countless artists who followed in his footsteps. After leaving New Edition to pursue a solo career, Bobby Brown stepped into a new era, where he wasn't just a star, he was a cultural phenomenon. His 1988 album, Don't Be Cruel, marked a turning point, proving he could command the spotlight on his own. With chart-topping hits like My Prerogative and Every Little Step. Bobby didn't just dominate the music scene, he cemented himself as an R&B icon. His smooth yet powerful vocals, sharp dance moves, and electrifying stage presence set him apart from his peers. More than just a successful artist, Bobby Brown became a symbol of a new generation of R&B, one where music transcended entertainment and became a bold declaration of individuality, confidence, and personal freedom. Bobby Brown's story wasn't just about music. His public life, full of highs and lows, especially his relationship with Whitney Houston, became just as much of a spectacle as his career. Their turbulent love story, with all its ups and downs, became a central part of Bobby's life and a media fixation for years. Even as his personal life was filled with struggles, Bobby kept pushing forward in his music, holding on to the devotion of his fans. These hardships became an inseparable part of his journey, adding depth to the dramatic story of his life in music. In many ways, his personal and professional battles made him even more unforgettable. However, as time passed, Bobby Brown's transformation shocked many longtime fans. Now in his 50s, his once commanding stage presence has visibly shifted. The sharp jawline of his youth has grown fuller. His face shows puffiness, and his eyelids carry a heavy, weary look. His thinning hair and the visible toll of years of substance abuse tell a story of struggle and survival. These changes didn't happen overnight. They were the result of a long and difficult battle. Bobby's struggles with drugs and alcohol, often played out in the public eye during his turbulent marriage to Whitney Houston, became one of the most documented chapters of his life. Even so, his resilience has continued to shape the man he is today. The relationship between Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston, marked by love turbulence and deep dependency, was far more than just tabloid headlines. It was a haunting and enduring saga. Their passion for each other was undeniable, yet it was overshadowed by battles with addiction and struggles with mental health that consumed much of their time together. Their chaotic union placed both of their lives under relentless public scrutiny, turning them into symbols of the private battles so many artists endure behind the glamour of fame. For Bobby, the heartbreak didn't end with the collapse of their marriage. The profound losses he suffered in his personal life only deepened the weight of the challenges he had already been carrying. After Whitney's heartbreaking passing in 2012, Bobby's grief only deepened when their daughter Bobby Christina tragically died under eerily similar circumstances in 2015. Losing both his wife and daughter in such devastating ways forever tied Bobby Brown's life to themes of pain and loss. These tragedies reshaped him, leaving a profound impact not only on his spirit, but also on his career and how the public perceives him. Yet in the face of unimaginable sorrow, Bobby has chosen to keep moving forward, continuing to live and create music. For him, these losses are more than personal tragedies. They have become part of a larger story of resilient survival and the will to keep going, even when the wounds can never fully heal. This pain not only worsened Bobby Brown's mental struggles, but also took a toll on his physical health. Over the years, he has dealt with multiple legal battles and frequent hospitalizations, including serious issues related to his heart and digestive system. Even so, Bobby has remained active, continuing to tour with New Edition and make public appearances. Still, it's clear that time and hardship have left their mark, as his appearance has changed drastically from the height of his fame. His journey serves as a sobering reminder of the heavy price of stardom and how quickly celebrity can fade. Yet despite it all, Bobby Brown's impact on the New Jack Swing era and modern R&B is undeniable. Though the years have altered his image, his musical legacy stands unshaken. Aaron Hall, the former lead vocalist of the R&B group Guy, was once a commanding presence on stage, celebrated for his confident, distinctive voice and the undeniable energy he poured into every performance. In the late 80s and early 90s, his muscular build, piercing gaze, and gospel-infused vocals made him a defining figure of the New Jack Swing era. Hits like Groove Me and Let's Chill not only highlighted his incredible vocal talent, but also reflected his bold street style and emotional depth. His raw personality and electrifying stage presence cemented his place as a true force in R&B. However, looking at him today, many longtime fans find him nearly unrecognizable compared to the icon they once admired. Now in his 60s, Aaron Hall has experienced a dramatic physical transformation. The once toned physique that drew fans' admiration has faded, replaced by a face lined with wrinkles and a noticeably more weathered look. The confident, radiant smile he once carried has shifted into a somber, tired expression, reflecting the weight of passing years. His limited public appearances and sporadic media presence have only heightened fans' curiosity about how he looks today, often sparking shock and surprise whenever new photos of him appear on social media. Yet despite these changes, many still remember him as the vibrant performer who once lit up the stage. Aaron Hall's aging seems to have progressed more quickly than expected, likely influenced by personal struggles, lifestyle choices, and years spent away from the spotlight. Unlike some of his peers, he has avoided major public controversies or highly publicized battles with addiction, yet his long retreat from fame has raised questions about his health. Sparse appearances and long absences have only deepened curiosity and concern among fans. Still, his impact on R&B remains undeniable. Hall's distinctive vocal style, marked by its rare balance of vulnerability and masculinity, has influenced countless male singers after him, especially in the realm of heartfelt love ballads, a space few have commanded as powerfully as he once did. Teddy Riley is far more than just an R&B singer. He is a true pioneer who reshaped the sound of modern music. As the visionary behind the New Jack Swing movement, Riley revolutionized R&B in the late 1980s and early 1990s with his innovative productions for groups like Guy Blackstreet and even global icons like Michael Jackson. By blending smooth R&B melodies with the grit of hip-hop rhythms, he introduced a groundbreaking sound that redefined urban music and set the tone for a new era. His genius lay not only in his technical production, but also in his fearless fusion of genres, crafting a style that made R&B fresher, edgier, and more relevant to a changing generation of listeners. Iconic hits like No Diggity and I Like perfectly blended hip-hop beats with soulful R&B vocals, creating a blueprint for modern urban music that still thrives today. Through these groundbreaking works, Teddy Riley didn't just produce songs, he sparked a cultural shift that shaped the sound of decades to come. He was more than a producer. He was a true visionary who redefined how music could be created and experienced. Riley forever changed the perception of R&B and hip-hop fusion, elevating urban music to heights that once seemed unimaginable. At the height of his career, Teddy Riley was known for his fashionable style, undeniable confidence, youthful energy, and powerful stage presence. His electrifying performances paired with innovative musical arrangements made him a true symbol of his generation and left a lasting impact on music fans everywhere. Now at 56, Riley's appearance has changed significantly. Deep wrinkles, sagging skin, and a more tired expression stand in stark contrast to the energetic image he projected during his days with Guy and Blackstreet. This transformation is simply a natural part of aging, shaped by years of tireless dedication and the heavy pressures of the music industry. His evolution serves as a reminder that even legends are human, carrying the marks of both time and experience. Though Teddy Riley still carries his bold style and larger-than-life personality, the decades of challenges and losses within the music industry are etched into his face. Yet his influence has never wavered. Riley continues to create, collaborate, and inspire, holding firm to his role as the pioneer of New Jack Swing. His impact stretches far beyond his youthful image, earning him lasting respect from peers and fans alike. The changes in his appearance are not signs of decline, but marks of resilience, living proof of the dedication of a legend who has carved out a timeless musical legacy. Although Teddy Riley's appearance has naturally changed with time, his impact on the music industry remains just as sharp and commanding as in his prime. Far from fading into the background, he has continued to evolve, working with younger artists, joining reunions and headlining R&B tours that celebrate his lasting contributions. His ability to adapt, innovate, and stay creatively engaged has solidified his legendary status across generations. What he may have lost in youthful looks, he has more than replaced with wisdom, experience, and a profound understanding of music's ever-shifting landscape. While the years have reshaped his image, Riley's influence and legacy remain as powerful as ever. Case Woodard, better known simply as Case, captured the hearts of R&B fans in the late 1990s with unforgettable hits like Touch Me, Tease Me, Happily Ever After, and Missing You. With his smooth, soulful voice and heartfelt lyrics, he embodied the tender, romantic side of male R&B during its golden era. At the height of his career, Case was admired not just for his music, but also for his youthful charm, smooth skin, expressive eyes, and a boyish physique that made him a favorite among fans seeking sincerity in love songs. Now, at 50, time has left its mark on his appearance. The once soft and youthful features have matured with wrinkles and a sharper, more angular face, replacing the fresh look of his earlier years. Like many of his peers, Case Woodard no longer carries the peak physical form that once defined his youth. His appearance in recent performances has often surprised longtime fans who still remember him in his prime. Unlike many artists of his generation, Case has avoided scandals and controversies, instead choosing a quieter path away from the mainstream spotlight. He has dedicated himself to live shows, independent releases, and nurturing the bond with his loyal fan base. Yet his long stretches of absence from the media have made the contrast between the image of his younger days and his current look even more striking whenever he steps back into public view. Though the changes in Case Woodard's appearance are only natural, the long intervals between his public appearances have made them more noticeable to fans. Yet what truly defines him, his rich emotional voice, has remained as powerful as ever. Case's ability to deliver heartfelt performances continues to resonate, carrying the same depth and sincerity that made his early hits unforgettable. Fans still cherish his timeless songs, proving that while his youthful looks may have faded, his artistry has not. In R&B, where image can be fleeting, but the voice endures, Case stands as a testament to the lasting power of genuine talent and emotional connection. Brian McKnight was once celebrated as the leading icon of romantic ballads throughout the 1990s and early 2000s. With his soaring, emotionally rich vocals and refined, sophisticated stage presence, he captivated millions of music fans across the globe. Unforgettable hits like Back at One, Anytime and One Last Cry not only became milestones in his career, but also timeless love songs that strengthened the appeal of smooth, mature R&B. His approachable boy-next-door charm combined with flawless vocal execution cemented McKnight's place in the hearts of listeners. Over time, he went on to sell more than 25 million albums worldwide, solidifying his status as one of R&B's most successful and influential artists. Even today, his songs continue to set the standard for soulful love ballads. Now in his early 50s, Brian McKnight's changing appearance has drawn considerable attention and discussion among fans, especially those who remember the vibrant young man whose fresh presence once lit up every stage and music video. During his prime, he was admired for his smooth, radiant complexion, which enhanced his elegant and charismatic image. With time, however, the natural effects of aging have become more visible. Wrinkles and crow's feet have deepened around his forehead, eyes, and mouth, while the once firm elasticity of his skin has given way to a looser, more weathered look. His facial structure has also shifted, appearing fuller with softer contours compared to the slim, chiseled features that defined his peak years. These changes, though natural, have sparked conversations among fans who continue to compare his current appearance with the polished image they grew up admiring. Along with the changes in his face, Brian McKnight's physique has also shifted noticeably over the years. Once admired for his muscular toned build that perfectly fit his polished boy-next-door image, his figure has since softened, no longer carrying the same sharpness or commanding presence it once did. Today, his look is gentler and more subdued, reflecting not only the natural process of aging, but also the long journey of a life and career filled with triumphs, challenges, and growth. While these changes have sparked mixed reactions among fans, they also highlight the depth of maturity in an artist who has embraced the passage of time. McKnight stands as proof that true artistry is not defined by appearance, but by the ability to continuously evolve and reinvent oneself while staying true to the music that made him a legend. Unlike many of his peers in the entertainment industry who have faced scandals or destructive habits, Brian McKnight has managed to keep his personal life relatively quiet and stable. In recent years, he has chosen to reinvent himself by focusing on his family and marriage, finding spiritual fulfillment instead of chasing fleeting fame. He frequently shares joyful moments with his loved ones on social media, showing gratitude for his second chance at love and fatherhood. This sense of peace in his personal life has allowed him to maintain positive energy and creative inspiration in his music, presenting himself as a mature artist, deeply connected to life's true values. His journey reflects that sometimes the greatest success is not found on stage, but in the happiness of one's own home. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, D'Angelo reshaped modern soul music with his groundbreaking albums Brown Sugar and Voodoo. His image became a worldwide sensation, especially after the release of untitled How Does It Feel in 2000, when his toned physique and raw sensuality turned him into a cultural phenomenon. D'Angelo wasn't just a singer. He was a movement, a pioneer of neo-soul, a sex symbol, and a true musical genius. Yet after reaching the height of fame, he suddenly disappeared from the spotlight. For over a decade, fans speculated endlessly about his whereabouts, as rumors of substance abuse, legal troubles, and mental health struggles circulated widely. His absence only deepened the mystery, turning him into one of music's most enigmatic figures. When D'Angelo finally resurfaced in the mid-2010s, the change in his appearance was undeniable and startling to many. The once youthful man with smooth skin and a lean frame had evolved into someone with a bulkier build, a thick beard, a fuller face, and a hardened expression embodying the battles he had fought within. The passage of time and life's challenges were etched into his exterior, shaping a presence that was far more mature, weighty, and grounded than before. Yet the most remarkable part was that D'Angelo's musical brilliance remained intact. His new works continued to leave a powerful impact and stirred deep emotions among his devoted fans. This transformation revealed not only resilience but also a profound evolution of both man and artist. Today, as D'Angelo enters his 50s, he looks vastly different from the image fans once remembered in his iconic music videos. His physical transformation has surprised and at times unsettled those who still recall the youthful version of him. However, despite the drastic change in appearance, his musical gift remains as sharp, profound, and emotionally stirring as ever. His 2014 comeback album Black Messiah was not only a major critical and commercial success, but also a testament to his ever-evolving artistry. The project earned widespread acclaim from both critics and fans, solidifying D'Angelo's lasting place in the music world and proving that despite life's many ups and downs, he has held on to his unique identity and irresistible appeal. This journey reflects how true artistry transcends appearances and continues to resonate across generations. D'Angelo's aging is not just a sign of time passing, but also a reflection of the price of fame and the long years he spent away from the spotlight. During that time, he endured countless hardships, personal struggles, and immense pressure from the music industry, pressures strong enough to break even the most gifted artists. Yet what stands out most is that despite these challenges and the visible effects of aging, D'Angelo's musical brilliance has never faded. Instead, it has become deeper, more mature, and emotionally richer, proving that true artistry thrives in resilience and soul. While his current appearance may no longer embody the youthful, sensual image of his prime, his music still carries undeniable strength, beauty, and heartfelt emotion. His artistry goes beyond melodies and lyrics, serving as a raw reflection of life's journey, the triumphs, the pain, and the hope. This makes his music not only timeless, but also an enduring source of inspiration for generations of listeners to come. El DeBarge, famously hailed as the falsetto prince of the 1980s, remains one of the most unforgettable voices in romantic, emotionally charged R&B. As the gifted frontman of the family group DeBarge, he was the driving force behind timeless classics like Rhythm of the Night, All This Love and Time Will Reveal. His angelic falsetto, smooth vocal delivery, radiant smile, and strikingly handsome looks made him a standout figure who captured the hearts of millions. At the height of his career, El embodied elegance and style. His flawless complexion, voluminous wavy hair, and polished fashion sense defined an era. More than just a singer, El DeBarge became a cultural icon, a symbol of beauty and romance, who perfectly represented the golden age of R&B's most soulful and enchanting years. However, over time, the hidden struggles behind the glamorous facade gradually surfaced, leaving indelible marks on El DeBarge's face and image. Now, well into his 60s, he bears a look drastically different from the vibrant, youthful, and energetic young man he once was. His face has become gaunt with hollowed cheeks and deep wrinkles etched across his forehead, around his eyes, and along his cheeks, giving him an aged and weary appearance. His eyes carry the weight of time, reflecting the ups and downs, hardships, and challenges he has faced throughout his life and career. No longer the radiant and fresh image of a top R&B star, El DeBarge now embodies the figure of a man who has endured many trials, and learned to cherish the true values in life. This transformation in his appearance stands not only as a testament to the harsh passage of time, but also as a reflection of the long journey of an artist who has grown and matured through many turbulent phases of his life. The eyes that once shone with youthful sparkle and vitality in Elle DeBarge now carry a heaviness reflecting the many years of hardship and personal trials he has faced. His transformation is more than just the natural process of aging, it bears witness to the deep physical and emotional pain he has endured. Much of this change can be traced to his long and difficult battle with drug addiction, a struggle that derailed his once brilliant career. The addiction pulled him into a relentless cycle of relapse and recovery, marked by multiple stints in rehabilitation and stretches of incarceration throughout the 1990s and 2000s. What was once a smooth artistic journey became a path filled with obstacles, hardship, and constant battles for redemption. Despite the overwhelming challenges he faced, Elle DeBarge never truly surrendered in his fight to reclaim himself. Through relentless determination and an unyielding spirit, he worked tirelessly to rebuild both his life and his place in music, slowly winning back the hearts of his audience. His triumphant return came with the release of Second Chance in 2010, an album that not only re-established his presence in the industry, but also earned widespread critical acclaim for its artistry and emotional depth. More than just a collection of songs, Second Chance was a powerful narrative of redemption and renewal, a testimony that no matter how far life may knock us down, resilience and faith can light the path to rising again and moving forward. Faith Evans rose to prominence in the mid-1990s as the soulful First Lady of Bad Boy Records, bringing with her a commanding voice and undeniable stage presence. With unforgettable singles like Soon as I Get Home and Love Like This, along with her Grammy-winning collaboration on Puff Daddy's I'll Be Missing You, she quickly established herself as one of the most beloved figures in R&B. Her marriage to the legendary Biggie Smalls only heightened the public's fascination, placing her at the center of both music and cultural history. Beyond her artistry, Faith's shimmering honey blonde hair, radiant beauty, and graceful stage presence made her a true R&B icon, an embodiment of raw talent, sensuality, and deep emotion that defined an unforgettable era in music. However, as time has passed and Faith Evans has entered her 50s, she continues to demonstrate the inner strength and resilience that fueled her meteoric rise in the music industry. Yet her appearance has changed noticeably. The youthful glow and radiant skin she once had have gradually given way to signs of fatigue and the pressures of life. Puffy eyes, pronounced wrinkles, and a heavier frame now mark her visage, prompting longtime fans to nostalgically recall the vibrant Faith Evans who once dominated the golden era of Bad Boy Records. This transformation has surprised and even shocked many who still hold on to the image of a youthful, energetic, and alluring singer, an emblem of one of R&B's most glorious periods. Much of Faith Evans's visible transformation is deeply connected to the turbulent personal life and countless challenges she has endured over the years. One of the most devastating moments was the tragic loss of her legendary husband, Biggie Smalls, a void that could never truly be filled. On top of that, she faced a string of highly publicized and tumultuous relationships, bitter legal battles over child custody, and more recently, a painful divorce from music producer Stevie J. Enduring these struggles under the constant glare of the public eye placed tremendous emotional and psychological strain on her. These hardships not only weighed heavily on Faith's spirit and mental health, but also left undeniable marks on her appearance and figure as time passed. Ultimately, her journey reflects both the price of fame and the resilience required to survive it. Not only has Faith Evans endured personal hardships, but she has also shouldered the weight of motherhood while trying to sustain her music career in an industry defined by volatility and fierce competition. Balancing family responsibilities with the demands of fame has never been easy, especially under the unrelenting scrutiny and judgment of the public eye. These struggles have inevitably left their imprint on her appearance, making her seem more weary compared to the radiant and vibrant image she once embodied. Yet these very trials also highlight her resilience, determination, and inner strength, the qualities of a woman who has weathered countless storms and still stands firm on the path she has chosen. Despite the changes in her appearance, Faith Evans continues to write, perform, and tour, proving that her artistry remains as vibrant as ever. Her voice, still rich and passionate, carries the same emotional depth that first captivated audiences decades ago. To her devoted fans, she remains one of the most authentic and soulful voices in R&B. While she may no longer embody the youthful image of her early years, her legacy as a pioneer of hip-hop soul and a symbol of resilience endures. Faith Evans has aged, but she has also persevered. Her journey is not defined by retreat, but by strength, overcoming hardship, and continuing to affirm her place in music history. Though time may leave its mark on her appearance, her spirit and talent remain timeless. In the late 1990s, Ginuwine was one of the most beloved R&B stars. With his breakthrough hit Pony, he brought a wave of sensual dance moves and an impressive appearance, making him one of the most popular artists of his time. His collaboration with producer Timbaland reshaped contemporary R&B by combining futuristic rhythms with his seductive vocals. Albums like 100% Genuine and The Life solidified his position as a cornerstone of the genre. Women adored his dance moves, charisma, and model-like looks, often comparing him to names like Usher and Tyrese. Now at 53 years old, Ginuwine's changed appearance has drawn significant public attention. Although he remains active in the music scene and frequently performs, his look has noticeably evolved. The sharp jawline and toned physique he once carried in his youth have gradually faded. Today he appears heavier with a visibly aged face marked by swollen eye bags and sagging skin. His once full hairline has receded, prompting him to frequently wear hats or scarves on stage to conceal thinning areas and maintain a polished appearance. These changes have also altered his stage presence. In widely circulated performance clips and interviews, fans can clearly notice that the fluid, graceful, and agile movements he once displayed have slowed and grown heavier over time. This transformation reflects not only the natural process of aging, but also the physical and emotional toll his long and demanding career has taken on him. Though Ginuwine has largely avoided major public scandals, his aged and somewhat weary appearance today is the natural result of decades spent relentlessly touring and performing under the immense pressure of upholding a celebrity image. The life of an artist like him means constant travel from city to city, giving high-energy performances and pouring everything into each show. Over the years, this demanding and stressful lifestyle, combined with the unforgiving expectations of the music industry, has inevitably left its mark on his health and appearance. Beyond the physical and professional toll, Ginuwine has also endured emotional pain, including the heartbreaking loss of loved ones among family and close friends, experiences that have added depth to both his music and his persona. These painful losses, not only left Ginuwine with deep emotional scars, but also visibly affected his mental state, etching signs of stress and fatigue onto his face. Together with the physical demands of his career, these hardships have shaped the image of a seasoned artist whose life story extends far beyond the glittering stage lights. Yet despite everything, Ginuwine remains a cherished figure in the R&B world. His concerts continue to sell out, his timeless hits are still streamed millions of times, and both longtime and new fans celebrate his enduring artistry. While he may no longer embody the youthful heartthrob of the pony era, his voice talent and legacy carry a weight that transcends appearances. Ginuwine has grown older, but he continues to perform, inspire, and solidify his lasting place in R&B history. In the late 1990s, Ginuwine stood at the forefront of R&B, adored by fans for his magnetic presence. His breakout hit Pony not only showcased his smooth, seductive vocals, but also introduced a wave of sensual dance moves and a sculpted physique that turned him into a cultural icon. Teaming up with producer Timbaland, he helped reshape the sound of contemporary R&B, infusing futuristic beats with raw emotion and energy. Albums like 100% Ginuwine and The Life solidified his reputation as one of the genre's defining voices. Women were drawn to his effortless charisma, striking looks, and captivating performances, often placing him in the same league as Usher and Tyrese. Today, at 53, Ginuwine's noticeably changed appearance has sparked renewed public conversation about the passage of time and the challenges of sustaining fame. Though his biggest hits came decades ago, Ginuwine's music continues to thrive, with classics streamed millions of times and rediscovered by younger audiences. Both longtime fans and new listeners admire not only his catalog, but also the resilience and passion that have carried him through the highs and lows of his career. While he may no longer embody the youthful star of the pony era, his artistry and contributions to R&B hold a value that far surpasses physical appearance. Aging is simply another chapter in his journey, yet his dedication to performing and creating has never wavered. Ginuwine may have grown older, but his voice, influence, and legacy remain powerful, making him an enduring symbol of R&B's lasting spirit. Montell Jordan will forever be remembered for one of the most iconic R&B anthems of the 1990s, "This Is How We Do It." Standing tall with commanding presence, smooth vocals, and undeniable charisma, Montell quickly became a standout figure in the music world. His sound bridged R&B and hip-hop, while his polished style and magnetic energy made him a regular on radio and MTV. Throughout the 90s, he embodied cool sophistication with a touch of urban edge, leaving an unforgettable imprint on the era. Now in his 50s, Montell's appearance has naturally shifted with time. The once youthful glow of his face has given way to deeper wrinkles and a more subdued look, though he still carries himself with the same dignity and confidence that defined his career. His voice and style remain powerful reminders of his lasting influence, ensuring his place in R&B history. If you've ever vibed to Montell's timeless music, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about music legends. Longtime fans who haven't seen Montell Jordan in years are often struck by the noticeable changes in his appearance and style. While these changes are natural with age, they stand out in contrast to the days when he was at the top of the charts. The image of Montell as the young, handsome R&B star with hit singles has now shifted to that of a mature, thoughtful man with far more depth and wisdom. Unlike many R&B artists whose careers declined due to scandals or health struggles, Montell's transformation reflects growth, renewal, and a personal search for deeper meaning in life. This evolution has only strengthened his legacy and made him even more respected among his fans. In the mid-2000s, Montell Jordan chose to step away from the mainstream spotlight and begin a new chapter rooted in faith and ministry. He became a pastor, turned his focus toward gospel music, and courageously shared his personal struggles from infidelity to the long, difficult journey of finding purpose beyond fame and success. This shift from R&B star to spiritual leader shaped his growth in both body and spirit. Today, Montell's age reflects more than just the passing of years. It marks the journey of a man who has lived many roles: a gifted artist, a devoted husband and father, and an inspiring pastor dedicated to uplifting his community. JoJo Haley. One half of the legendary R&B duo, K-Ci and JoJo, first found fame in the early 1990s as a founding member of Jodeci, before forming the iconic duo with his brother. Together they delivered timeless ballads like All My Life Crazy and Tell Me songs that defined an era of love and soul. JoJo was celebrated for his raw, emotional vocals, impressive range, and stylish presence. At his peak, he commanded the stage with both his voice and his charisma, perfectly complementing his brother's energy. But now, at 53, JoJo's appearance has changed dramatically. His once fuller face is now noticeably gaunt and lined with wrinkles, his eyes appear sunken, and his frame has grown thinner and more fragile, painting a stark contrast to the vibrant figure fans remember from the height of his career. Years of alcohol abuse combined with ongoing health challenges have clearly taken a toll on JoJo Haley's appearance and vitality. In recent live performances, he has sometimes appeared disoriented, fatigued, or physically strained, prompting concern and speculation about his overall well-being. These struggles have led to canceled shows and periods of rest, as fans and colleagues watch closely and hope for his recovery. Throughout it all, JoJo has been candid about his battles with addiction and the difficult road to healing, showing vulnerability behind the stage persona that once radiated strength and charisma. Although JoJo has experienced moments of hopeful recovery, his current appearance still visibly reflects the toll of those difficult battles. Despite some decline in health, JoJo perseveres in his artistic career, performing both solo and alongside K-Ci, his longtime partner. While his voice may no longer retain the youthful clarity and freshness of his early days, it remains full of emotion and raw sincerity, allowing listeners to deeply feel the soul and life experience embedded in every song. JoJo Haley's fans have stayed loyal throughout his journey, offering unwavering support and encouragement as he works toward recovery and reinvention. Yet the visible signs of aging and the changes in his appearance have saddened many who remember the vibrant, energetic performer of his heyday. His transformation reflects the intense challenges artists face over the course of a long career and stands as a powerful reminder of the importance of perseverance, resilience, and enduring passion in the pursuit of both life and art. JoJo Haley's story is a powerful example of how the addiction to fame and personal struggles can leave lasting scars, not just physically but emotionally as well, even for the most gifted artists. With his strong voice and electrifying stage presence, JoJo was once a leading figure in R&B, becoming an unforgettable icon. He wasn't just the frontman of the legendary group Jodeci, but also one half of the groundbreaking duo K-Ci and JoJo, one of the most influential pairs in American music history. His blend of vocal power, raw emotion, and sensual energy breathed new life into the genre, producing timeless classics and inspiring music lovers across generations. His influence is still felt today in the voices and styles of many modern R&B artists. JoJo Haley is not simply a singer, but a symbol of the blend between spiritually infused gospel and heartfelt R&B that has captivated countless audiences. Through his emotional performances, he took listeners on a journey from deep, tender feelings to explosive climaxes expressing sincerity and rawness in every note. Yet behind the spotlight and fame, JoJo has struggled with intense inner battles, making his career path far from smooth. These ups and downs have shaped a moving and profound life story, helping fans appreciate the value of perseverance and fiery passion in his music even more. His journey reminds us that true artistry often comes from pain resilience and unwavering dedication. Songs like Forever My Lady and If You Think You're Lonely now once captivated countless listeners with KC's astonishing vocal range and powerful stage presence. In the 1990s, his distinctive husky voice and captivating performance style quickly helped him stand out in a crowded and fiercely competitive music industry. KC's unique vocal tone not only set him apart, but also created an emotional force that easily drew listeners into every melody, making his name an unforgettable icon of R&B during that era. Songs like Forever My Lady and If You Think You're Lonely now once captivated countless listeners with KC's astonishing vocal range and powerful stage presence. In the 1990s, his distinctive husky voice and captivating performance style quickly helped him stand out in a crowded and fiercely competitive music industry. KC's unique vocal tone not only set him apart, but also created an emotional force that easily drew listeners into every melody, making his name an unforgettable icon of R&B during that era. On stage, KC no longer maintains the same dynamic and fluid movements. Instead, his steps have become noticeably slower and less energetic. Nevertheless, his voice remains a shining beacon that maintains his connection with fans, standing as proof of his resilience and undying love for music over the years. Like his brother, JoJo KC has faced serious issues with substance abuse. Years of heavy drinking, a hard life, and relentless touring have visibly aged him. Fans have been taken aback by his fragile appearance, which contrasts sharply with the image of a high-energy performer from his prime. Despite these changes, his passion for performing continues to shine through every time he steps on stage. KC has collapsed on stage multiple times in recent years, raising concerns about his health. Although he has made efforts to recover from addiction and continues to perform alongside JoJo, his aging is not merely natural, but accelerated by the hardships he has endured. His once sharp and vibrant appearance has been affected by lifelong struggles made even more public under immense personal pressure. Despite the obvious changes in his looks, KC's voice remains distinctive, less controlled, but still full of emotion. His performances today may lack the physical intensity of the past, but carry the depth of experience and pain that many fans deeply empathize with. This emotional honesty gives his music a raw power that resonates even more with audiences now. The transformation in appearance of KC and JoJo is one of the most shocking and frequently discussed makeovers in the history of R&B music. While their music remains timeless and continues to win the hearts of millions of fans worldwide, their current outward images serve as a powerful and sometimes painful reminder of the price paid for success in the music industry. The pressures of fame, life, and work have often forced them to neglect self-care, allowing the inevitable marks of time and hardships to gradually etch themselves onto their appearances, creating a striking contrast to their glamorous past images. Still, their legacy lives on, proving that true artistry endures beyond physical change. Nevertheless, the musical legacy left by KC and JoJo remains an endless source of inspiration for young artists and music lovers across the globe. Their immortal songs are not only proof of their extraordinary talent, but also a testament to a brilliant era of R&B ensuring their names live on forever in the hearts of fans. Though time and life's challenges have left indelible marks on their appearances, these very experiences have also contributed to the depth and authenticity of their music, making the story of K-Psy and JoJo richer and more emotionally compelling than ever before. Their influence continues to shape the sound and soul of modern R&B today. Usher Raymond IV, widely known simply as Usher, has shone brightly on the R&B music scene for over 25 years. His breakthrough album, My Way, 1997, marked a pivotal moment in music, showcasing his effortlessly natural falsetto and masterful dance technique. His career reached new heights with Confessions 2004, a diamond-certified classic that remains one of the defining albums of modern R&B. Usher captivated audiences not only with his powerful voice, but also with his handsome looks and youthful, approachable style. Smash hits like You Make Me Wanna, Yeah and Nice and Slow cemented his status as an irreplaceable icon, shaping the contemporary image of R&B and earning him a place among the best-selling artists of all time. His influence has extended beyond music, impacting fashion and pop culture globally. Yet, like all luminous stars, Usher has had to bow to the passage of time, gently retreating from the chaos and glitter of the spotlight. His changed appearance and evolving style serve as meaningful reminders that even musical prodigies face the inevitability of aging. What sets Usher apart is that though age may have faded his youthful glow, his talent and influence remain undimmed. He stands as a vibrant proof that in music true power lies not in looks or fleeting fame, but in the ability to sustain artistry and emotion through every life stage. For these reasons, Usher continues to be a steadfast legend in the hearts of fans and in R&B history. His ongoing dedication to his craft inspires new generations of artists around the world. Now, at age 46, Usher continues to command respect and attention, but his appearance reflects a more mature evolution. Gone are the radiant, youthful looks and slim physique that graced countless magazine covers. In their place, sharper wrinkles, a more muscular frame, and unavoidable signs of aging have emerged. What once was a youthful face now carries the refined presence of a seasoned entertainer. Although he retains style and physical vitality, longtime fans can't help but notice the contrast between today's Usher and the early 2000s sex symbol he once embodied. Unlike some peers, Usher has never been embroiled in public scandals involving addiction or mental breakdowns. Still, his career has weathered its share of controversies, mostly in the form of personal disputes and lawsuits. Despite these challenges, Usher's professionalism and talent have kept him at the forefront of the music industry. Despite the many ups and downs of life and career, Usher has maintained a strong presence in the music industry and popular culture. He continues to shine on stage, leaving a lasting impression through high-caliber performances, most notably his critically acclaimed Las Vegas residency. His halftime show at the 2024 Super Bowl further cemented his status as a top-tier global music icon. Usher's graceful embrace of aging, his continued dynamism on stage, and his unwavering passion for dance and singing have become a source of great inspiration for the next generation of artists. He not only honors his musical legacy, but also conveys a powerful message about maturity, transformation, and perseverance. His journey proves that true artistry grows deeper and more meaningful with time. Usher's evolution over the years, while not as shocking as that of some of his peers, is remarkably noteworthy and deeply meaningful. Rather than retreating from the spotlight in middle age, He has redefined his image from a teenage heartthrob to a sophisticated, mature icon. While he may no longer possess the radiant, youthful appearance of his Confessions era, Usher remains one of the most influential and active R&B artists today. Age has not diminished his value or stature. Instead, it has elevated his career, proving that true greatness in an artist lies not only in reaching the top, but in the ability to endure, adapt, and evolve over time. His ongoing commitment to his craft ensures his legacy will continue to inspire for years to come. Tevin Campbell burst onto the music scene in the early 1990s as a beloved teen phenomenon. Guided and supported by legendary producer Quincy Jones, Tevin quickly became one of the most promising faces of R&B at that time. With his angelic, clear voice, natural performance style, and innocent charm, he captured the hearts of fans worldwide. Hits like Can We Talk, Tell Me What You Want Me to Do, and I'm Ready not only solidified his place in the music industry, but also elevated him to teen idol status, drawing comparisons to legends like Stevie Wonder. His polished image, exceptional talent, and rapid growth made him an irresistible young star. His influence helped shape the sound of 90s R&B and inspired many young artists who followed. At just 16 years old, Tevin achieved remarkable success in his music career. He received numerous Grammy nominations, his singles consistently topped major music charts, and he created a sensation among youth and music enthusiasts alike. These achievements made him more than a fleeting phenomenon, they signaled the bright future of R&B. With his innate talent, professional backing from top producers, and compelling image, he established a solid footing in the music world and ushered in a new, radiant era for the genre in the 1990s. His early success set a high standard for young artists in the industry. However, now, at age 47, Tevin Campbell's appearance has shifted dramatically from his heyday. Once known for his baby face and glowing skin, he now shows clear signs of maturity, lingered wrinkles, a fuller jawline, salt and pepper hair, and a more reserved demeanor. Having largely stepped away from the spotlight in recent years, fans are often surprised by his rare appearances. His prolonged absence has many remembering him as the teen prodigy he once was, making the contrast between his past image and present look all the more striking. Tevin's aging is not tied to scandal or substance abuse, like some artists, but rather reflects a natural maturation and time spent off stage. Despite this, his musical contributions continue to be celebrated by longtime fans and new listeners alike. Tevin Campbell has admitted to struggling with fame from an early age, living under public scrutiny and facing personal challenges. In recent years, he's been more open about his journey, discussing issues of sexuality and mental health, helping fans understand the man behind the music. Despite the changes in appearance, Tevin Campbell's voice remains a treasure. Occasionally, he returns to the stage, and his timeless ballads still shine on R&B playlists and streaming platforms. For many, Tevin Campbell embodies a unique and irreplaceable chapter in the story of R&B. His honesty and resilience continue to inspire fans around the world. Johnny Gill entered the world of R&B in the late 1980s, when he replaced Bobby Brown in the iconic group New Edition. However, it was his solo career that truly allowed him to carve out a lasting legacy and solidify his place in the hearts of fans. With timeless hits like My, Rub You the Right Way, and There You Go, Johnny Gill captivated audiences with his soulful, emotive voice, bringing a mature and sensual edge to R&B that set him apart from his contemporaries. His polished appearance, sophisticated demeanor, and powerful vocal delivery helped make him one of the genre's leading figures, exuding confidence and class. His music consistently radiated sincerity and refinement, making him an ideal role model for generations of aspiring R&B artists. His influence continues to be felt in the sound and style of modern R&B music. Now at age 58, Johnny Gill's appearance reflects the passage of time and decades of dedication to a demanding music industry. His once youthful, smooth face now bears deeper lines, particularly around the eyes, clearly marking the effects of natural aging. The strong, chiseled jawline of his earlier years has softened, and his hair is now flecked with silver, adding a distinguished, seasoned charm. The fiery energy he once brought to the stage has matured into a calm, steady presence marked by wisdom and poise. Longtime fans encountering him at live performances or in recent public appearances are often struck by his transformation, but they continue to admire and cherish the unwavering strength and confidence he brings to the stage. His enduring passion for music remains as powerful as ever, inspiring both old and new audiences alike. Unlike many of his R&B peers who have aged under the shadow of scandal or self-destruction, Johnny Gill's transformation appears to stem from longevity and mindful living. He has largely stayed clear of public controversies, choosing instead to focus on his craft and delivering powerful live performances. Over the years, he has continued to release new music, collaborate with younger artists, and maintain a steady presence in the R&B community. His voice, still rich, resonant, and commanding, remains the heart of his musical legacy. Though his appearance has changed, the emotional depth and power of his voice continue to move audiences. Johnny Gill has grown older, but with the dignity of a seasoned artist who has never quit. For his fans, his transformation is a poignant reminder that while time may change, the exterior, true artistry never fades. His journey exemplifies resilience and commitment to his art above all else. Mark Alavan Andrews, better known by his stage name Sisqó, exploded onto the R&B scene in the late 1990s with music and a look that was impossible to ignore. As the charismatic lead singer of Dru Hill, and later as a solo artist, he became a cultural phenomenon. With his bleached blonde hair, acrobatic dance moves, and bold fashion styles, Sisqó redefined masculinity in the R&B genre. His 1999 hit Thong Song became an international phenomenon, turning him into a household name and solidifying his position as a daring, trend-setting entertainer. At the peak of his career, Sisqó was not only known for his bold style, but also for his youthful dynamic and fit physique, along with captivating performances. He had the appearance of a pop star and the voice of a seasoned soul singer. His influence on late 90s and early 2000s R&B remains unforgettable. Fans were drawn to his powerful magnetism and futuristic aesthetic, which helped him stand out in an era dominated by blonde-haired guys. Now in his mid-40s, Sisqó's appearance has changed significantly, catching the attention of longtime fans. While he still maintains his flashy fashion sense and signature platinum blonde hair, his face tells a different story. Deep wrinkles, fuller cheeks, and a noticeably older appearance have surprised many, reminding them of his heyday. Some have even commented that he looks older than his actual age, perhaps the result of decades of continuous performance pressure and a carefree lifestyle. However, despite his changing appearance, Sisqó's influence in the R&B genre remains undeniable. His legacy continues to inspire new artists and fans alike. Sisqó's once muscular and toned physique has become leaner, and his powerful dance moves seem more restrained in recent years. Even though his appearance has changed, Sisqó has never stopped performing. He continues to tour with Dru Hill, participate in nostalgic R&B shows, and occasionally release new music. His stage presence, although adjusted over the years, still commands attention, and his voice retains the distinctive, unique quality that made Sisqó a star. While time has altered his appearance, it hasn't dulled his passion or influence. Sisqó's transformation serves as a reminder that even the most iconic stars aren't immune to aging. However, he embraces his legacy with confidence, and he doesn't want to fade quietly. While his look may have changed, the energy, bravery, and legacy of Thong Song will forever remain in the hearts of his fans. His ongoing commitment proves that true artistry transcends time. Mary J. Blige, often hailed as the queen of hip-hop soul, burst onto the music scene in the early 1990s with her groundbreaking debut album, What's the 411? Blending gritty, streetwise lyrics with gospel-infused vocals, she quickly became the voice of resilient survival and self-empowerment. Hits like Real Love, Not Gone Cry, and Be Without You cemented her status as a cultural icon. Beyond her music, Mary's raw honesty about addiction, pain, and emotional trauma made her deeply relatable to fans across generations. Now at 53, Mary J. Blige still commands the spotlight whenever she steps on stage, but her appearance has undergone noticeable changes over the years. Though still stunning and elegant, time has etched its presence into her features. Her enduring strength and authenticity continue to inspire millions worldwide. Her face today reveals the signs of aging along with cosmetic enhancements that have at times given her a more rigid appearance compared to the youthful radiance of her early career. Years of emotional pressure, a highly publicized divorce, relentless career challenges, and physical exhaustion have all left visible traces on Mary's face, each one a reflection of a life lived under intense scrutiny. These changes are not merely the marks of age, but rather symbols of the relentless battles fought and survived by a fiercely determined artist. Her evolving appearance is a visual testament to the weight of her journey, as much a part of her story as her music. Despite these challenges, Mary's powerful voice and emotional depth remain untouched, continuing to move and inspire her fans. Mary J. Blige has long been unafraid to speak openly about her struggles, including her prolonged battles with substance abuse, depression, and toxic relationships, all of which left a profound impact on her life and mental health. These harrowing experiences changed how she saw herself and ultimately forged a deeper, more powerful version of the woman she is today. From this pain, she crafted music that is raw, intensely personal, and universally resonant songs that speak directly to the soul. Her journey has elevated her beyond the realm of a musician. She stands as a symbol of perseverance, emotional truth, and the courage to rise above hardship. Her openness has inspired countless fans to face their own struggles with strength and hope. Though her appearance has changed and no longer carries the youthful glow of earlier years, Mary J. Blige continues to shine brightly in her artistic career. With acclaimed acting roles, emotionally charged performances, and powerful, inspiring songs, she remains a force embraced by generations of fans. Her fashion sense and way of life radiate strength, confidence, and deep maturity shaped by time. To her admirers, Mary is more than a superstar. She is a fearless warrior, a woman who has endured life's trials with remarkable grace and unshakable resilience, becoming an enduring source of inspiration for women around the world. Mary J. Blige is not just an artist. She is a living symbol of self-assurance and inner strength that never fades. Her legacy continues to grow, influencing new generations to embrace their own power and truth. Mary has never attempted to hide or pretend that she is still the woman she once was, and it is this very honesty and vulnerability that have cemented her as one of the most respected figures in the music industry. Rather than chasing unrealistic ideals or clinging to youth, she embraces change, wearing every scar as a badge of survival and transformation. These lived experiences become the very soul of her music and performances, allowing her to connect with audiences on a profound emotional level. She is living proof that true artistry does not rely on appearance or glamour, but on authenticity, experience, and sincerity, qualities that touch hearts and command lasting respect across generations. Her journey encourages others to find strength in their own truths and to celebrate the beauty of growth. For Mary, age does not dim her brilliance. Instead, it adds depth and power to every note she sings, every story she tells, through her unmistakable voice. Her sound continues to resonate, carrying the same weight and emotion that made her a household name. The legacy she has built is not just about hit records or prestigious awards. It is the story of a queen who bravely faced pain, embraced her scars, visible and invisible, and turned them into a triumphant journey, defining herself as a living icon in the global music landscape. Her influence extends far beyond music, inspiring countless individuals to find strength and beauty in their own journeys. Aging is inevitable even for the brightest stars in R&B. While these legendary artists may no longer retain the iconic looks we once saw on posters and album covers, their contributions to music remain timeless. Is it fair to judge their legacy based solely on appearance, or should we celebrate the impact they've had when they were at their peak? Leave a comment with 1 if you feel inspired by today's story, or 0 if you have a different perspective. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to honor the voices that shaped a generation, no matter how time may change them. Their music continues to live on, touching hearts and inspiring new artists every day.